Hello class, this is your teacher Miss Palmer. Today we will be reviewing some constructions on page 331. We will be doing numbers 7 through 15 excluding number 9. You will need a ruler, compass, and protractor to complete these constructions. These constructions are intended to prepare you for your test over this section and to help remind you how to do these constructions. Number 7 says to bisect angle ABC. To bisect an angle, you need your compass. Place the middle point on your vertex B and simply draw an arc through your angle. Once you have drawn the arc, place your middle point on the tips of the arc's intersection and draw arcs out in front of your angle on each side. Where they cross, that point will be to where you connect vertex B. And that will create your angle bisector. Next, number 8 says to bisect line AB. To bisect a line, open up your compass to more than half the distance of the line. And once it's open to more than half the distance of the line, draw an arc above the line and below the line from one point of the line, and then from the other end of the line, draw the same arc going the other way. Where those arcs intersect will be the bisector. Go ahead and connect those points, and you have now bisected line AB. We are skipping number 9. Number 10 says construct a line perpendicular to AB. Remember, a perpendicular can be drawn anywhere on line AB. So you choose where you want that perpendicular to be drawn and place a point there, and I'll call it point P. Around that point, draw yourself a semicircle so that way you will mark off equal distances around this point. Once you have drawn your semicircle, now you can construct a perpendicular through the middle of this semicircle by placing the middle point on the end of the semicircle and creating marks above it on each side. And then connect your points of intersection with point P, and that will be a perpendicular. You can draw a box to indicate that that is a perpendicular. Number 11 says construct a 30-degree angle, and I added in the directions to construct a congruent angle to it. So to construct a 30-degree angle, first start by simply drawing a ray. So to draw your ray, just draw a straight line. Then you need your protractor to measure 30 degrees. I'm using my small protractor today. But line up the vertex with the middle point of your protractor. And then since my ray is going to the right, I'm going to use the 0 on the right and go to 30 and put a tick mark by the 30. Then connect that tick mark to your vertex, and that will be a 30-degree angle. Now my instructions are to copy this angle and make a congruent angle. But to copy it, I only want you to use your compass. So to copy an angle, you're going to once again draw a ray. And then take your compass and go to the angle that is already formed, put the middle point on the vertex, and draw an arc through it. Copy that arc onto the line below. Now your last step is to measure the distance of the opening of the arc you've already created. So adjust your compass accordingly. And once you have it measured, then go ahead and copy it down onto your new angle and mark it off. And then you can connect your tick mark with the vertex. And now you have made another 30-degree angle using your compass instead. Number 12 is to construct a line parallel to line AB. To construct a parallel line, first make a transversal. Transversal is simply a line that intersects your other line. And then after you've made your transversal, you want to choose a point on that transversal that you want your parallel line to go through. Once you choose this point, we will then choose to copy one of the angles from our given intersection up onto this point. So I'm going to choose to copy this angle here, and I'll call it angle 1, which is my upper right-hand angle. So we just practiced copying an angle. We're going to do the same thing again. So go ahead and draw an arc through angle 1, and then move your metal point up to your new point and draw that same arc. After you have drawn your arc, measure the distance of the arc that you already have drawn. Once you have it measured, go ahead and mark it off on your top arc. And once you have it marked off, you should have gotten a point of intersection to connect to your point. And you have now created parallel lines. And we can call this line, we'll call it line LP. And let's go back and name our angles here. We'll call this angle ABC, and this angle DEF. Our last three are constructing triangles. Let's go ahead and practice constructing a triangle with side measures of 1.5 inches, 3/4 inches, and 1 1/4 inches. This is a triangle that has a side, and a side. This is a side, side triangle. It does not matter which side you choose to be your base. I'm going to choose the 1.5 inch since that's the first one I come up on. So go ahead and draw a 1.5 inch line as your base. Then the other two sides are going to be measured by your compass. So my next side needs to be 3/4 of an inch. So to find 3/4 of an inch, your fourths stick out. It's every 4 lines is a fourth. So here's 1/4, 2/4, which is the same as a half, 3/4. So open it up to 3/4. And then once you have your compass measured to 3/4, place your metal tip on the end of your baseline and draw an arc. And you know that this arc is open to 3/4 of an inch. Now our other side needs to be 1 1/4 inch. So now open up your compass to 1 1/4 inch. Once it's open to 1 1/4 inch, place the metal tip on the other side and do the same thing. Draw your arc, and now you have a point of intersection, which is going to be the top of your triangle. So connect that top vertex of your triangle to your endpoints of your base. I'm going to use this as my straight edge because it's easier to manage. Now I will name this triangle XYZ. On to number 14. Construct a triangle with side measures of 1 inch and 3/4 inch and an included angle of 75 degrees. Included angle means the angle is in between the two sides. So this is side angle side. Start with a baseline. I'm going to choose 1 inch to be my baseline. After you have drawn your baseline, next draw a 75-degree angle on one side of it. So line up the vertex of your protractor with the end of your line, and I'm choosing my ray to go to the right, so I'm going to find 0 on the right and go around to 75. Make my tick mark, and then connect 75 degrees with that baseline. After I have drawn my 75-degree angle, now I need to simply measure this side I've already drawn and just cut it back to 3/4 inch. So to cut it back to 3/4 inch, Measure 3/4 inch with your compass. And place your metal tip on the vertex and mark off where 3/4 inch ends. So this is 3/4 inch. And you can just either erase the extra or leave it there and simply connect that top vertex to the end point of your triangle. And now you have a 1 inch side, an included angle of 75 degrees, and a 3/4 inch side. Now we will call this triangle ABC. Last triangle, we need to construct a triangle with 35 degrees and 65 degree angles and an included side of 1 1/4 inches. So anytime we are given a side, we start with that as our base. So we need a 1 1/4 inch side. Once you have your 1 1/4 inch side drawn, go ahead and construct angles on each side of that line. First angle will be 35 degrees. And make sure you know that where your vertex is, so you connect your vertex to its tick mark. And then on the other side, I'm going to make 65 degrees. So notice my ray is now going to the left. So I'm going to use the left 0 and find 65. Now connect your 65 tick mark with its vertex. You have now created your triangle. We will call this triangle PQR. Hopefully this review was helpful to you and you can practice these constructions in preparation for your test. If you have any questions, always feel free to let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in class again. Bye!